hear music from somewhere. Yes. Um, Good morning. I'm going to do an opening prayer for a second. Just a couple of things. The screen, send it loving energy so that the TV and the laptop continue to talk, and if not, we'll work together on the things that would have been on it as we grow at that. These beautiful flowers Norma brought in this morning, and yesterday I bought this orchid. And down here on the corner, you'll see there's a picture of a dove, and under it says Reverend Dr. Della Reese-Lett. So this year at Unity Village, one of the fundraisers for their new event center there, they sold these etched glass doves with names, and a group of us from Up Church in Los Angeles bought one in honor of Reverend Della, and they sent me a print of the actual etched glass, and so I brought that in here today because I've been saying to friends, how happy I know Reverend Della would be over the moon about this kind of space and that we were here. So let us take a moment and go into prayer together and set the intentions for this service. I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable, or find something to put a soft gaze on. Finding that place of gratitude within yourself, saying, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for this day exactly like it is, for this new space, for these new people we get to work with in the Hope Hub, for the Kellen Foundation, our new landlords, and we continue to send blessings to our former landlords at PCOC and affirm that they will sell their building for just the right of money to help them continue to move forward as well. And as we send that out for them, we declare that for ourselves. We are moving forward in a beautiful, wonderful way to serve our community, to serve ourselves, to serve the Spirit that connects us all. And with that, we let it be well. We let it be so, and then confidently affirm, and so it is. Amen. All right. Ellie up.
Good morning. Wow, what a beautiful sight this morning. All of you and this room. I've been waiting for this day. Anybody else? So glad that it's here. Welcome home. I'm going to ask you all to repeat after me. If you're watching us virtually, please type this in the comments. I don't know, Eric, if you can get a broad view of showing the people online exactly where we are today and what we look like and how happy we are. So everyone look around at your neighbors and repeat after me. Good morning. Good morning. I love you this morning. And I sure do appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. To our virtual church family, please know we're saying that to you as well. Help us grow this loving community by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to our pages. And now we'll do the Unity reading. Maybe. It looks like it's linking up. So I will guide you. So the vision, mission statement, and core values. Oh, upside down. So let's join together in reading our vision, mission, and core values, and I believe it's in the bulletin. Vision. We envision a spiritually awakened world where all people live in joyful gratitude. Our mission statement, Unity in Greensboro is a loving, inclusive home for spiritual living that empowers and serves our community. Our core values are spiritual growth, inclusivity, wholeness, generosity, authenticity, and unity. The power of the month. Unity teaches that we have 12 divine powers. In August, we celebrate the divine power of will. The disciple is Matthew, the color is silver, and the area it resides in is the center of the brain. I'm willing to be led by God in all I think, say, and do. Join me in reading these affirmations together. My blessings are many and arrive with everything I need to put them into action. I need God, and God needs me. We have a magnificent partnership. And so it is. And now, Anthony, if you'll come up.
Hello. I'm here to talk about the time that I spent at Unity Village just a short while ago. Unity Village, for those of you who don't know, somehow, is sort of a bunch of buildings and like a community off in Missouri, was it? Missouri. And it's honestly just such a miracle that a place like that exists, because while I was there, I met incredible people, and I was able to make wonderful art and express myself. And during those 3 days, it felt like certain weights and expectations were lifted off me that people are very lucky to ever have lifted off them in modern day life. I wouldn't hesitate to call Unity Village and like the time I spent there a slice of like paradise on earth, because that's what it was. I got to talk to tons of like wonderful people without any judgment, without any like societal expectations, and we all had our like internet technology taken away. So we played card games and read books and talked about stuff. It was really fun. Yeah, it was honestly just incredible. It felt like hitting pause on everything and just going to another life that I can just live over here for a bit and then returning after I'm done to the life that I used to live. So thank you.
All right, Nita, you want to come and join us?
So in my 28 years here, this is my 5th location, and I affirm right now that we're going to fill this place up. That is my affirmation for you. Join me in that. All right, everybody stand up and let's sing. Swing wide the doors. Oh, okay. Well, it's kind of repetitive. You'll learn it. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors. kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard before. I've learned to keep it inside. Well, now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smile. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Hey, don't sit down just yet. So, we're going to bring back something that we haven't done since the pandemic, which is a congregation meeting, inviting you to go around and hug. But look, some people don't like to hug. So you pay attention. Some people might want to do a handshake. Some people may want to nod at you. So just pay attention and respect space. And if you're youth or gonna work with the youth, by the end of this, you'll make your way over here to this door. So greet everybody. We're calling it Passing the Peace.
I wish you peace. I wish you joy. I wish you love, 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 love. I wish you faith in yourself to reveal all that you've come here to be. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. I wish you strength. I wish you courage. Wish you love, 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 love. I wish you purpose to create all your dreams and co-conspire with the light of your life. Love is my choice. Love is my decision. Love is my voice. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Oh,
All right, the song is over. That means the greeting is over as well. I'm going to invite everybody to find your seat. And as you find your seat, I'm going to invite you to rub your hands together and get all that good energy going. And then extend it towards this door to our youth and the adults who work for them. And together let us say, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ within you. All right. And as they move to their Sunday school space, we move into our Sunday school time as well. Are you up? All right.
Thank you. All right, let's take a nice deep breath and put ourselves back into this space. Isn't it great to hug again and connect and pass around some love? Good. So I'm the prayer chaplain on duty. This gives it away every time. So no matter what you're going through, our chaplain team wants to pray with you about it. Seek one of us out after the service today. If you're a chaplain, raise your hand. There's Nana, Wally, and me. To be included in our prayer list, you can fill out a form and put it in the prayer box before or after service. You can click the prayer request button on our website because prayer works. So let's do it together now. Let's start the meditation. So as we dim the lights, and as you get comfortable in your chair, take a nice deep breath and allow your body to settle into that place of peace in your heart. And as you begin to relax, notice the gentle rhythm of your breath. With each inhale, feel the air filling your lungs, bringing calm and presence. With each exhale, feel tension melting away, your body growing lighter, your mind a little bit more at ease. Now bring to mind the simple, profound truth. Somebody loves me. You might not always remember this or believe it, but for the next 90 seconds, let yourself rest in the warmth of this truth. You are worthy of love, and love is present in your life. Even if in this moment it feels subtle or far away. With each in-breath, imagine drawing in an invisible thread of love and kindness. With every out-breath, imagine sharing warmth with the world around you. If you can, recall a person, perhaps a friend, a family member, or a mentor, or even a pet, who has shown you care, even in small ways. Let their kindness fill your awareness. If no one comes to mind, just imagine a gentle golden light, unconditional and accepting, surrounding you. This is love, and it's here for you now. Feel the gentle weight of your body. Notice the connection between you and the earth, the way gravity grounds you. With each breath, allow yourself to feel more rooted in the present moment. Let let your heart soften. Allow any walls or defenses to melt, just for now. Imagine these words echoing gently within you. Somebody loves me. Let them settle into your chest. If it feels natural, place a hand over your heart, feeling the steady beat beneath your palm. This is your heart, alive and open, capable of giving and receiving love. Breathe in and feel appreciation for all the ways love has shown up in your life. The kindness of strangers, the laughter of a friend, the gentle concern of someone who checks in on you. Breathe out, sending gratitude to those who have cared for you in big and small ways. For the next few breaths, imagine your heart as a warm, glowing center. Each beat radiates comfort and belonging. Allow yourself to relax into this feeling, knowing you are valued and cherished just as you are. Now let's bless this church and all of us with that love. Know we are loved. Give love and bless all who are in this special space today. We are grateful for this moment of peace, for the love that exists in our life, and for our own courage to be present. Remind yourself, I am loved. I am worthy of love. I can give love. And when you're ready, gently wiggle your fingers and your toes, noticing the love in the room around you. You can open your eyes, you can, when you're ready, bringing with you a sense of comfort and connection. And with that, please bring the love to the following people on our list: Joyce Lauder, Jimmy Featherston, Charlotte Laheka, Shanna Quackenbush, Rob Annalora, Barbara Annalora, Carol Velez, Judith Cohen, the people of Syria and all areas experiencing war, people feeling the pressure of oppression from governments and religious who oppose their expression. Together, let us affirm that these loved ones are whole, perfect, and complete. We are standing with them, knowing that God is already active, working in partnership with each person to go through the experience of challenges. Wherever we are, God is, and together all is well. And now we have some more special music by Krystin and Oren Bailey. Krystin and Oren Bailey are a married music duo from Raleigh. They met playing music together 6 years ago and have been singing together ever since. Let's welcome them.
I could find the whole meaning of life in those sad eyes. They've seen things that you never quite say, but I hear. Come out of hiding, I'm right here beside you. And I'll stay here as long as you'll have me. Because you matter to me. Simple and plain and not much to ask from somebody. You matter to me. I promise you do. You matter too. I promise you do. You'll see. You matter to me.
It's addictive the minute you let yourself think. The things that I say just might matter to someone. All of this time I've been keeping my mind on the running away. And for the first time I think I'd consider the stay. Because you matter to me. Simple and plain and not much to ask from somebody. You matter to me. I promise you do. You matter too. I promise you do. You'll see. You matter to me. And you matter to me. Simple and plain and not much to ask from somebody. You matter to me. I promise you. Come out of hiding, I'm right here beside you. As long as you have me. Come out of hiding, I'm right here beside you. I promise you. Oh, I promise you do. You matter to me. You'll see. You matter to me.
All right. Thank you guys for getting up so early to drive here from Raleigh this morning. Like, that deserves an added thank you right there alone. I can barely get here from Eden. I'll tell you, and this comes, I think this plays into what we're going to talk about today, but I kept looking at this. I don't want it in my shot. I started my career working in soap operas, and I had been a fan. Well, look, my grandmother in second grade had me watching Another World until my summer babysitter in fifth grade switched me over to Guiding Light. And so when I ended up working in the production office at Guiding Light, in my 20s, I said all the time that I was their best asset and their worst nightmare because a fan had gotten past security. And let me tell you, I talked to a lot of those fans that called in. It was interesting. Anyway, Kim Zimmer was one of the stars of that show, and she had been a mega star on that show in the 80s, and then she had left to go, check out some other things, and she came back while I was there and became a good friend. So when she was doing a play in Raleigh a few months ago, I went, and I didn't even technically meet Krystin that night. I just saw her perform and thought she had the voice of an angel, so I then Facebook stalked her, and then I found out she was married to a guy who also sang. So today is the first time I've ever even seen Oren in person. I literally hired him off a video on Facebook. And so I'm so grateful that you guys are both here. Thank you. I'll have to tell y'all some soap opera stories one day. It was interesting. The fans, what I'm talking about, they somehow knew to dial a phone number that called the main CBS number in New York City. But by the time I answered the phone and said in Guide and Light, they're like, you got to get the Springfield police over to the country club right now. I'm like, you know that's a TV show, right? Instead, they said, I need the Springfield police. And I said, they're not available right now. Can I get a message? And they said, Marion is really Brent, and he's kidnapping Lucy at the country club right now. They've got to get over there. And I was like, okay, I will get that message to them quickly, knowing that what they were seeing, we had filmed a month ago. And I'm like, you're not going to like where this, you're going to be disappointed in the Springfield police today. Anyway, there were a lot of very interesting stories. It was a good life. So this song, I listened to a lot on my Pandora. I mainly either listen to Tremaine Hawkins and gospel music, like black gospel music, or Michael Bublé and Frank Sinatra. And so on the Bublé station, this song kept popping up by Dean Martin that I really loved the music to, and like it just felt good to listen to it or to sing it. But then the words were challenging for me with all this new thought stuff we've learned. The song is called You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You. Well, I'm like, I'm somebody if nobody even knows who I am, I don't need nobody to be somebody, right? All that. But one day I'm finally listening to it, and I heard the truth in it that I thought was worth talking about here, which was, it's 100% true, that statement. It's just that the somebody isn't any other human being. It's us. We are nobody until we love ourselves. And we can't ever give anybody any good love out into the world, into people who we care about, unless we really love ourselves. Like, can you give somebody a hug when you're not feeling great that day? Yeah. But like, it's a different kind of love in that hug when you're loving yourself and you're just joyous on life and you're joyous about the day, and then you see somebody, you've got that's added into the hug, right? So I'm going to sing the song as part of the lesson, but I want to go over a couple of the lyrics. That's the first one, you're nobody till somebody loves you, and you're nobody till somebody cares. Both 100% true, as long as you recognize that you're talking about yourself when you hear this song. Then it goes from being like, oh, if I could only find somebody, to I love me, I care about me, and then it becomes empowering, right? The next line, or one of the next lines, says, gold won't bring you happiness when you're growing old. I ain't never going to tell you that gold is bad. Money's fine. Money is good. Money's never the problem. It's the love of it and feeling like you need it that becomes the problem, right? But like having it says it won't bring you happiness. I mean, it won't really bring you sadness either, you know what I'm saying? But it is important to note that it's not what's bringing the happiness, right? You can affirm it without needing it, right? And then the other line that I'm like, oh, I think I could probably teach a lesson in the other direction of what this says. But it says, the world is still the same. You'll never change it. And it's like, well, wait, we can bring about change in the world, right? But if you think about this from the way that we talk about our spiritual truth, right, versus the worldly experience, right? Our spiritual experience versus the worldly experience. In that particular case, if you're looking outside to bring about either your happiness or your justification for something that you're doing, or if you're looking from the outside in, it's going to work sometimes, but it's never going to work all the time, because that's not where the satisfaction, the lasting satisfaction, like the good stuff, lives. It for you, like what you see from someone else can be inspirational, but if I need you to get to that level of happiness, I'm in trouble, because one day you're not going to be available. I'm not going to be able to get you on the phone, and the only one I'm going to have at the house is me, because I'm the only one I let live there. I don't even let a dog in right now. So I love to love on other people's dogs and then go home with zero responsibility, right? So let's do this song. And you can sit if you want. You're grown. You can make your own decisions. But I also will invite you to stand. There is a music break in there. I encourage you to dance with yourself. I mean, you can dance with somebody else if you want. But, this is about you finding that love of yourself and celebrating it. Let's do this. You're nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. You may be rich, you may possess the world and its gold, but gold won't bring you happiness when you're growing old. The world still is the same, you'll never change it. As sure as the stars shine above, you're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love. This is what I like to call the Suki and Shirley dance break. But I'm a swayer more than I can't do choreography. Just move and enjoy that movement within yourself. You'll never change it. As sure as the stars shine above, you're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love. See, that song was just too good to throw away because I was thinking about it from a perspective that didn't work for me. I didn't have to change the words. I just had to change how I thought about it, right? And that comes in handy for us all the time. We can be in moments of worry or concern or mad or glad or sad or whatever the emotion is, right? But in that moment, if we're caught up in an emotion or a feeling that isn't serving us well, that isn't bringing us some level of a smile or some level of feeling like, all right, Friday, we moved all these chairs. Chip carried them all. No, he did carry a bunch of stuff, though. Like I wasn't smiling in that, I was just trying to catch my breath. I don't do physical labor. But it was still worth it because there was a value of like getting our purple chairs in here, and that meant there were black chairs in every single place that there is currently a purple chair. And we picked them up and stacked them in the back, and and all that like work. I can't tell you I had fun in the work of it, but I sure did feel the satisfaction of it. So this isn't about saying, if you're not happy, you need to change how you're thinking because it ain't working for you. Like, whether there's value to the experience you're having, whether it's a happy one or a sad one, but it's that value that we always want to search. And if we're in a moment that we're not feeling the value, we can stop and be like, how else might I be able to think about this? Where might there be some value in this experience I'm having, right? If only to say, oh, I'm in the midst of a storm, let me just sit down. Because what I know for sure about storms are they stop, and then there's sunshine on the other side of it. So if the only thing I can do in the midst of this storm experience I'm having is sit down, let me take the value of that, let me take some personal private time. Let me just sit and breathe for a minute. Let me pick up a book that I think will help give me something in this moment. And I'm going to take the value of what felt like a negative experience that I'm calling a storm and find something to say, thank you, because you helped me get to this moment, right? I said, I think last week or a couple of weeks ago, Reverend Deli used to talk about a neighbor that they were not friends, let's say. But she said she found gratitude for that neighbor because nobody had ever helped her and encouraged her into going into prayer more than that woman. Right? So there's always value. We just have to find it, and we just have to find that perspective of it. So here's what is one of the things in the Bible around love. This comes from Matthew 22, verses 34 through 40. And it's a section called the Greatest Commandment. Hearing that Jesus had silenced the Sadducees, the Pharisees got together. One of them, an expert in the law, tested him, that's Jesus, with this question. Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. So I wanted to look metaphysically at some of it. And the Sadducees and the Pharisees were two different groups that didn't necessarily always agree on stuff and all, but they were holding most of the power in those days around religion. Spiritually, metaphysically for us, the Sadducees and the Pharisees represent religious concepts of the intellect. The Sadducees were a religious sect of Jews with strong materialistic beliefs, and the Pharisees were formalist without spiritual understanding. The fact is that the intellect cannot comprehend absolute truth. Its religious beliefs are all built up from conclusions based on relative conditions and are therefore time and place. So all that's to say that like getting an intellectual, and we call that kind of the worldly experience, the knowledge experience about spirituality is good and it's great. But it's not really completely all that useful in and of itself, just intellectually knowing about it. You then have to sit down with it and feel it and figure out what that feeling is, right? So in that first commandment, according to Jesus in the Bible, that the first one is to love the God with all your heart and your soul and your mind. You don't walk around and do that. You don't really sit and talk to other like-minded people about it. That'll help. But at some point to get to that level of releasing, like if your entire heart, soul, and mind is locked into love, you're probably meditating, because the world is about a bit of conflict, right? When I talk about having worked in soap operas, you can't tell a love story in a soap opera without some conflict. Like, if you turn on whatever your favorite show is when you get home today, there's always some kind of conflict, because that's what the story's about overcoming it, or about, whatever within that. So that's part of the worldly experience. Nothing wrong with it. But you can't get to 100% focus on love while thinking about some of that stuff. If worry and mad, sad, if that stuff is what brings you to prayer, great, get into prayer. But then ultimately, to use that power of God that is within all of us, that spiritual truth, you've got to let it go. Like, you can't be worried and saying, well, God's going to take care of it, right? Like, you can, but you're not fully using it, and you're also not fully telling yourself the truth. Because if you really believe that collective consciousness that we call God is going to take care of it, then you ain't got anything to worry about anymore, right? So that kind of trust is connected to love. Now, it also said, it says, after the love your neighbor as yourself, all the law and the prophets hang on these commandments. Prophets, metaphysically, are thoughts that are in contact with spirit, that receive revelations direct from the Holy Spirit, right? So that you get prophets all the time. That's simply the messengers direct from that spiritual truth. Like, prophets aren't just people. Really, metaphysically, prophets aren't people at all. Prophets are the spiritual thoughts that come through. The only way that then becomes a person is when we then put it into action, because we're the hands and feet part of that, right? God, God doesn't need any shoes. God's a spirit. God's energy, right? We need shoes, though. So people came around for that. And so in that same way that I know I mentioned last week in some way, like, we all know the healing that comes from touch. Many of us have spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on massage or Reiki or something like that, right? Or you can all think of that time when you just needed the hug that arrived, that it just shifted everything, that touch, right? That kind of God energy requires you, because God doesn't have any arms to hug anybody. But we do, and we teach that we're one with God. So that's us putting God into physical action. That's the Christ. The Christ is the partnership of us in the human experience, working directly in partnership with God, with that spiritual truth, and putting that into action. And when we start thinking about that stuff and then saying, oh, I'm going to test this in some new way, or I'm going to do something, that's when we're like connecting that love, and we can really love ourselves, so that then you're somebody completely different than the somebody that was sitting in the worry and the concern and all that stuff, right? In that second commandment where it says love your neighbor as yourself, like, that was a big realization for me in studying New Thought with in the Lord's Prayer, where it says, forgive us as we forgive others. It's not like, okay, as I forgive somebody, will you give me a forgiveness too? First of all, God never forgave anybody, because to forgive somebody, you'd have to be holding something against somebody. And God isn't holding anything against anybody. That forgiveness is a human thing. It's a good human thing, but it's a human thing, right? So what I realized in that was, forgive me just like in the exact way I'm forgiving other people. So when I say, well, I'll forgive them, but I ain't forget. Okay, that's how you get to be forgiven. Well, they forgave me, but they didn't forget. Darn it, Right? So it's like when we use that spiritual truth within us, the more we use, we get to give it out into the community. We get to give it out into the world that helps the community and the world. But we also have to bring it up through us out. So we get it first. So that's part of that love. So when we look, I'm not knocking like person to person love. There's something really beautiful and wonderful about those experiences and about those connections and about those relationships, right? But in order to give it in the very best way, and if you're really in love with another human being, you want to give them the very best of you. So what you have to release in those moments is, well, that person cut me off on the way here, you know. I waved at him. I didn't use my whole hand. I just used one finger, but I waved at him. But, right? And then you got to learn to be like, no, let me use all the fingers in the wave, right? Or say, keep your hand on the wheel, keep your hand on the wheel, send them some love. They must have done it because they must think they're running late. So I hope they get there safe, right? And shift it. And shift it for ourselves, because as we give that love out, we're going to get it first before we can ever send it to them. And as we do that, we get more and more of that love that makes us the somebody we want to be. I love you. I bless you. I behold the Christ that absolutely is you. And thank you for being here today. So now is our time to give our love offerings and tithes. We spent a lot of money this week. And we're in good shape because we've had some people who have given us some really wonderful donations that we're very grateful for. And some of that is public knowledge and some of it is anonymous. But we are in good shape there. But we did spend a good amount of money this week. I'll just say that as we do love offerings and tithes. Let's do the full song, Chris. I'm going to invite you to sing along. The entire lyrics of the entire song is, "Thank you, God, for everything." That's all the lyrics. Can you just restart it? Thank you, God, for everything. 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 You ready to repeat? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God, for everything. 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 All right. Do we have, oh, yay, it's working. Let us affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. And so it is. Ellie, tell them about some stuff.
Some stuff. If you're a first-time visitor or haven't been here in a long time and have received a welcome packet, please fill out the visitor connection card and give it to an usher so that we can stay connected. If you haven't received a packet, just raise your hand and we'll get one to you. This Wednesday, August 6, 6:30, Preparing for Taxes and Retirement with Brad Ross. I actually know Brad personally. He is my financial advisor, so he's very knowledgeable, very cute. But he has a lot of wisdom. So join us for an informative session on preparing for taxes in retirement, designed to help you navigate the complexities of tax planning during your golden years. Whether you're already retired or planning for the future, this session will provide valuable insights to help you make informed decisions and ensure your financial well-being. We will be in the training room, correct? Yeah. This way. Yeah, that way. We can go around. If you haven't seen the training room, do stop by. Next Sunday, August 10th, is our official grand opening of this new space. Invite new visitors, friends, neighbors. We'd love to fill this sanctuary. Who said they wanted to fill the sanctuary? Let's fill it. Let's fill it. Show them what a good thing it is here. Then we have sound healing with Nancy Pitkin on Sunday, April 24th. August. Sunday, 24th. Yeah. 12 to 1:15. And join Nancy for some voice healing, learning to draw a Tibetan mandala, a sound bath, where you will listen to beautiful music and healing sounds from Himalayan bowls, bells, and more. You want to be here for that. Love offerings are accepted, but we need people to register online so that she knows how many to prepare for. So the link is in Tuesday newsletter. Again, let our chaplains pray with you after the service. We have a prayer room here in our new space. Where would that be?
We don't have a prayer room, but there are tables back there. There are plenty of places to be.
Yes, as he said. All right, thank you. And then once again, we're going to have special music.
And y'all feel free to sing along with this one. I know your eyes in the morning sun. I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again. And you come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm in your love, then you softly leave. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, bringing us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me.
I believe in you. You know the door to my very soul. You're the light in my deepest, darkest hour. You're my savior when I fall. And you may not think that I care for you, but you know deep down inside I really do. It's me you need to show. How deep is your
How
love?
deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, bringing us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. softly leave. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, bringing us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, bringing us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me.
All right, so a couple of things. One, that the workshop that is this Wednesday, I hope that many of you will come, if only to support our first thing here in this space, and as well, Miranda got us a grant through Cone. Probably a foundation or something, but specifically around doing financial literacy classes. So that's where this came from. But in this particular case, Ellie's financial advisor is doing this completely free. He's not taking any money to do it. So he's given us his time, so it would be really great if we show up. If you think you already know all you need to know of the topic the way I promise he'll say something that you can share with somebody else. It would really be helpful if you could pull up this past week's e-blast and RSVP for that, or it'll be on Tuesdays as well. But we will be here in this space in the training room that I'm going to invite you all to go to in just a moment at 6:30 on Wednesday night. So do come to that, please. The other is, obviously, we have to release Breakfast Church in this current makeup. Possibly down the road, the fire marshal may decide that we can set up tables in here. But for now, that is not the case. So after service, we can start having fellowship again like we used to do before the pandemic, where we had just some snack foods and fellowship together after service. And we will be doing that in the training room as well. I know that a few of us have brought some snacks today, so I hope you'll come in there. Also, there's like some office supplies, like folders and envelopes and some stuff like that the Baptists who used to have this left behind, and then the Kellen Foundation doesn't want either. So they're in the hallway, kind of right behind here where our offices are. And you are welcome to take anything that's sitting on the floor in that hall. And if somebody comes back and says, "Oh, I was going to use that," well, you should have put it up, because I gave it away. So next week is our official grand opening. We called today like the soft opening. We didn't push hard to invite a lot of extra people, not because they weren't welcome. They're always welcome, but we just didn't know, how many kinks we were going to have. And I think it's run fairly well. But it's going to, this week, Rod has gotten a permit from the city that we didn't get, and we didn't hear about till yesterday, but the city has approved the permit, so he's going to be running Ethernet cables from the booth down here and Kellen Foundation. This television was purchased, and this one's in honor of Avery Henderson, this TV. We got to come up with a cool, Avery Vision. And the Kellen Foundation is going to buy a second television, so we're going to be mounting the televisions on the walls this week. So that's the goal. Anyway, Amy and Tal will be here, and I'm gonna talk to them, and we're gonna work up some extra music and probably use some other folks. So we're gonna try and really make it a great celebration. And please reach out and invite other people, former members, people who've never heard of Unity before, just any old body. We can sit, I think, about 200 people in here. So invite as many as you'd like. And then the topic next week is called Back to One. I'll tell you what that means next week. All right, I'm going to invite you to stand. I'm not sure how circling can go. We also, per the fire marshal rules, are not allowed to move the chairs. So they have to stay in the row position. So you can either hold hands in your rows or do whatever feels right to you. If you'd rather not hold hands for any reason, I invite you to place your hands prayerfully in the air. If they don't take the hint, say, don't touch me. And let's sing the peace song together. Lord, I hope that comes up because I never remember all the words. All right. I don't know this sing us out thing. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let there be peace on earth, and moment now, with every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And together let us affirm, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, love is, peace is, light is, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Have a great week on purpose, everybody. If you don't know how to get to the training room, just ask someone else, but it's through this door and then to the right and then through another door.